What if the most peaceful resting places hid the darkest secrets? Tonight we count down 10 Canadian cemeteries where the dead might not stay buried. We are going on an insane journey across Canada, from the East Coast to the West, to find the absolute most terrifying, most haunted cemeteries in the entire country. Places with full-body apparitions, disembodied screams, and even touches from what isn't there. We've spent weeks researching police reports, eyewitness accounts, and investigations to bring you this list. As we get closer to number 1, the evidence gets more disturbing. Buckle up, turn off the lights if you dare. We're about to dive deep into the 10 most haunted cemeteries in Canada. By the end of this video, you'll be checking your locks twice. Number 10. Drummond Hill Cemetery in Niagara Falls, Ontario. This sits on the site of Lundy's Lane, one of the bloodiest battles of the War of 1812. Over 1,500 fell in a single night. Many were buried where they fell. Later, notable figures like Laura Secord were buried here. Visitors report full apparitions of British and American soldiers silently marching between stones. On July anniversaries, people hear musket fire, cannon blasts, and faint screams. EVPs caught here include "Charge," "Help me," and a voice whispering, "Morrison." One man felt a sudden bayonet-like stab. His wife saw 3 soldiers glaring before they faded. Number 9. Mount Royal Cemetery in Montréal, Quebec. 165 acres of serene beauty. A 19th century rural garden cemetery and National Historic Site. Its most famous ghost, the White Lady, seen drifting through older sections. Witnesses feel overwhelming sadness, hear soft weeping, phantom footsteps behind them. Guards filed reports. She vanishes when lights hit her. EVPs of a woman humming a lullaby. Thermal cameras catch moving, human-shaped cold spots. Montreal embraces the lore even as the cemetery stresses its history and architecture. Famous recurring apparitions. And we're only at number 9. Number 8. Ross Bay Cemetery, Victoria, British Columbia. Beauty with a bite. A quintessential Victorian cemetery opened in 1873. Notables rest here, but the unsolved 1890 murder of David Fee fuels activity. Hunched shapes move through overgrown sections, then dissolve into shadow. Names whispered clearly. Phantom tugs on clothing seeking attention. Investigators asked, "Who murdered you?" A raspy answer cut through. "Lawyer." Moments later, a camera was knocked over. Collective trauma, a lasting psychic scar on the land. Here, interactions are direct and physical. Number 7. Butler's Burial Ground in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario. Named for Colonel John Butler, commander of feared Butler's Rangers. A family plot steeped in 2 wars and scorched earth. Reports of red-eyed shadows, Butler and his Rangers, patrolling the grounds. Visitors feel unwelcome, shoved by unseen forces. Stones hurled near Butler's monument. Desecration rumors say treasure hunters stirred the spirits into fury. One Halloween, all lights died at once. A guttural growl rose, then charging footsteps sent them fleeing. They never messed with Butler's grave again. Number 6. Mount Pleasant Cemetery, Toronto. A monumental garden cemetery central to Toronto's history. Its most famous apparition, the man on the white horse, seen by dozens. EVPs capture a woman humming. Full-spectrum cameras record light anomalies. One hovered over William Lyon Mackenzie King's grave. He was a known spiritualist. Reports come from police on patrol, historians, and staff who see misty figures at dawn. A woman laying flowers heard hooves, saw the rider tip his hat, then pass through an oak and vanish. She ran, leaving her flowers behind. Number 5. Brookside Cemetery, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Home to one of Canada's largest fields of honor. Thousands of soldiers rest here. The weight of sacrifice is palpable. A frequent apparition. A woman in 1940s clothes weeping over a military grave, fading when approached. Strange floating lights drift like lanterns carried by invisible hands. Many feel gentle touches. One woman felt a warm hand hold hers, then vanish. EVPs record names and ranks. Investigators document sharp temperature drops and EMF spikes. A photographer felt an icy grip, he glimpsed a terrified young soldier before it vanished. His last photo was pure black, as if warned to leave. Number 4. Lakeview Cemetery, Sarnia, Ontario. Windswept graves by the water. In 1906, the Monarch burned and sank nearby. Many victims lie in a mass grave here. Witnesses for decades describe a glowing green light floating over the mass grave, then sinking back into the river. Apparitions in drenched old-fashioned clothes drift aimlessly, faces frozen in terror. Drivers report radios bursting into static, headlights dying, engines stalling, then restarting past the cemetery.
EVPs capture coughing, gasps for air, and cries of "fire" and "I can't swim."
A teen watched a drenched woman press a wet hand against his window, then vanish. He said the faint handprint lingered for weeks. Number 3. Kinghorn Methodist Episcopal Cemetery in King, Ontario. A tiny, isolated, neglected 1800s burial ground surrounded by dense woods. Most reported the sound of a young girl sobbing, always just out of reach. Child sobbing. Visitors feel stalked. Shadows flicker at the tree line, twigs snap, but no one is there. Some see a tall, dark figure standing guard over the forgotten graves. Rumors of rituals and desecration add to the site's oppressive energy. 2 friends photograph the hill. Later, a little girl in white appears in the background, with no face at all. Number 2. Notre-Dame Cemetery in Ottawa, over 130,000 interred. Statesmen rest here, but the terror centers on William Knox Darcy. After a clash with the church, he was denied consecrated burial, laid just outside the wall. Years later, expansion enclosed his grave. Forgiveness came too late. Witnesses saw a tall, scowling figure pacing by the wall, later, near his headstone. Visitors report rocks and clumps of dirt hurled, unnatural cold, waves of fury. EMFs spike. EVPs capture an angry male voice. "Get out! Leave me be!" A motion cam filmed a dark mass forming over his grave. Then it lunged, cutting the feed to static. Number 1. McBurney Park, Kingston, Ontario. Skeleton Park. A public park built over an old cemetery. From 1809 to 1864, an estimated 10,000 were buried here, many poor Irish immigrants. In the 1890s, headstones came down, ground was flattened, bodies left beneath. For decades, workers, children, even dogs unearthed bones. Desecration baked in. Ghostly figures wander the park. Children appear on swings that then sway empty. Calls report strange lights and people in distress. Officers arrive to no one. Investigators record clear EVPs and film shadows moving against the wind. Worst of all is the watcher, a motionless figure at the gate. Witnesses later see it at the end of their own street. The top 10 most haunted cemeteries in Canada. From soldiers still fighting, to a man so angry he attacks cameras, to a park over 10,000 forgotten souls. The past is never truly gone. It waits, just beneath the surface. Would you visit one of these places after dark? I don't think I could. Especially Skeleton Park. Here, a spirit might follow you home. Cemeteries are charged with history, tragedy, and emotion, and sometimes that energy won't stay quiet. Know a haunted place we should check next? Tell us in the comments, and hit subscribe. Stay safe, and show some respect for the dead. You never know who might be watching.